Winter has always been a season of quiet struggle in households. The chill in the air brings more than frost. It brings persistent coughs, restless nights, and the constant worry of passing germs between family members. For generations, folks dealt with this with endless remedies, syrups, teas, and sometimes medicine that offered only temporary relief. Yet, one simple nighttime habit, rooted in both historical practice and modern observation, has consistently prevented winter coughs from taking hold, and it's something every home can implement tonight. Keep your bedroom air clean and slightly humid. The cornerstone of ending winter coughs lies in controlling the air you breathe while asleep. Historical records from the early 20th century show that households with attention to indoor air quality had noticeably fewer winter illnesses. Families didn't have modern humidifiers, but they relied on simple practices: hanging damp towels near heat sources, placing water basins near stoves, and keeping a small fire in the hearth without letting the room become overly dry. Modern research confirms this. Dry air irritates the throat and nasal passages, making them more susceptible to infection. A slightly humid environment, ideally between 40 and 50% humidity, keeps mucous membranes moist, allowing the body to naturally defend against viruses that cause coughs. Even a small tabletop humidifier beside the bed or just a bowl of warm water on the radiator can pretty much do what households did a century ago. The principle is simple, really. Moisture in the air helps keep coughs from starting at all. Cold bedrooms have long been a culprit in winter illness. Historical diaries often mention that family members slept under multiple layers and, kept their rooms just cool enough to avoid overheating, but not so cold that their throats or lungs got irritated. Sudden temperature swings at night can, honestly, trigger coughing fits, especially in older adults and children. The habit to adopt is keeping your bedroom at a steady temperature, ideally right around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Using layered bedding rather than cranking up the heat can really help preserve humidity in the room. It prevents that dry heat, which can aggravate coughs. This approach mirrors the careful attention to temperature that past households practiced, even without electricity. It's a pretty neat way to keep things cozy and comfortable, just like they did back in the day. Consistency, folks, that's what really matters more than just warmth. A steady, moderate environment can reduce nighttime respiratory irritation significantly. It's all about maintaining that balance rather than just focusing on being warm. Keeps things nice and easy on the lungs, Another practice that history quietly teaches us is mindful hydration before sleep. Records show that households would drink small amounts of warm liquids, water, herbal infusions, or even lightly sweetened broths before heading to bed. It's interesting how these simple habits from the past can still make a difference today. This hydrated the throat and helped loosen any early mucus buildup, reducing the likelihood of coughing fits. The key is moderation. Too much fluid can disrupt sleep with frequent trips to the bathroom, which defeats the purpose. A small cup of warm water or herbal tea, sipped slowly, keeps the airways lubricated and supports the body's natural defenses overnight. Sleep posture was another subtle yet powerful technique. Historical advice suggested propping the head slightly higher than the rest of the body, using extra pillows or a folded blanket. Modern studies support this approach. Elevating the head reduces postnasal drip and prevents irritation that triggers coughs. Applying this is straightforward. Arrange pillows so your head and upper torso are slightly elevated, ensuring the airway remains open and drainage flows naturally. This simple adjustment can turn a night of coughing into uninterrupted rest, something families relied on long before modern medicine offered solutions. Households in colder climates also relied on natural agents with antimicrobial or soothing properties. A few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil in a diffuser, A teaspoon of honey in a warm drink, or a light application of menthol rub on the chest before sleep can provide both comfort and protection. Historical use of such remedies was common because, well, they worked. They aren't replacements for medical care, but they sure do complement the environment you're creating. Applying these methods consistently each night, without overdoing it, actually strengthens the body's ability to resist cough-inducing irritants. To put this habit into action, start tonight by checking your bedroom environment. Set a small humidifier, or, if you don't have one, place a bowl of water near your heat source. And make sure the room stays around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Go ahead and sip a small cup of warm water, or maybe some herbal tea before bed. Adjust your pillows just enough to elevate your head and upper body a bit, and if you wish, you can add a touch of natural remedy, like honey or essential oils. Consistency is what turns this habit from a one-night experiment into a household standard that prevents coughs year after year. Families who keep up with these routines, well, they experience fewer disturbances, fewer trips to the pharmacy, and a much calmer winter season. The beauty of this approach, honestly, is its simplicity and reliability. It doesn't require any expensive equipment or complicated routines. It's entirely reproducible in any household, and it lines up with techniques folks have used for generations. When you combine clean, humidified air, consistent temperature, proper hydration, elevated sleep posture, and gentle natural remedies, you create a protective barrier against winter coughs. Every historian knows that the lessons of the past are most valuable when applied to the present. This nighttime habit is one of those lessons. It's practical, effective, and proven through decades of family practice. Implement it tonight, and you'll see the difference not only in your sleep, but in the health of everyone in your home. If you found this guide useful, subscribe to the Wisdom for the Journey channel for more historical insights that translate directly into everyday survival and comfort. Share this knowledge with friends and family, because preserving health has always been a matter of shared wisdom, and every household deserves to rest easy through the winter.